Imagine waking up in your bed tomorrow morning. You reach for your phone to check the news, but the app stays blank. You pull down to refresh, and nothing loads. No connection. You turn on the television, and there is no signal. Banks stop processing payments. Down at the local airport, the departure board lights up with delays and cancellations. Cargo ships out at sea lose their routing updates. The global economy relies on a continuous, sub-second stream of data. Millions of systems constantly communicate to keep supply lines and financial markets perfectly synchronized. And the strangest part of this breakdown, the world hasn't ended. No nuclear fallout, no asteroid, no invasion. The physical world is intact. It just can't talk to itself. We built modern civilization around a massive assumption. We assume that the invisible flow of digital information will keep moving without interruption. We tend to picture the internet as a cloud. We think of it as something weightless and invisible, hovering in the sky or existing purely as software. But underneath all those websites and apps, the internet is remarkably heavy. It is a massive physical infrastructure built out of metal, concrete, and tiny strands of glass stretching across ocean floors. All of that physical hardware requires an immense supply of electricity to keep the data moving. As our daily lives feel increasingly ethereal and detached from the physical world, they actually rely entirely on massive, breakable industrial machinery. Because the internet is made of physical matter, it has physical vulnerabilities. Cut the wrong cable, drop power to the wrong data center, and the illusion of digital invincibility shatters. This animation shows a server node network, mapping how data travels. When a simple physical connection severs, the system adapts. Data packets automatically find alternative routes, shifting traffic to a neighboring server. But the automated reaction is instant. Millions of users, businesses, and banking algorithms instantly ping these backup networks. They all surge at once to access the limited remaining capacity. This creates a digital bank run. People aren't lining up for cash. Instead, millions of devices demand a connection at the same time. The panic overloads the alternatives. The initial outage rarely causes the deepest damage. The interconnected backup systems, designed to protect the network, become the exact mechanism that spreads the destruction globally. Companies spent decades optimizing global commerce. They eliminated massive storage warehouses, choosing instead to perfectly time shipments across continents using constant digital tracking. To achieve maximum speed, we traded away our safety net. We removed the slack from the system, leaving almost zero room for error. The more precisely synchronized our civilization becomes, the harder it falls when a single, unexpected failure disrupts the rhythm. In the 20th century, nations secured their power by controlling oil fields, shipping straits, and military bases. Today, geopolitical supremacy relies on connectivity. The strategic assets of this century are semiconductor supply chains, advanced energy grids, and massive data processing centers. This battlefield doesn't look like a traditional war zone. It exists inside anonymous, secured server facilities and along fragile cables resting miles beneath the ocean's surface. To cripple a modern economy, an adversary no longer needs to send troops across a border. They only need to sever the physical infrastructure that carries the world's information. When the servers go dark, the tools we left behind suddenly regain their value. Cash, paper maps, the dials on a local analog radio. The internet was originally engineered to withstand severe physical damage, but we integrated it into every layer of our lives more rapidly than we built the redundancies needed to survive its absence. We measure progress by looking at skyscrapers, highways, and physical cities. Yet those physical structures now rely on a web of connections that most of us will never see. The next great test of our resilience won't be an explosion. It will be a silent screen, forcing us to ask how long the physical world can function without its digital nervous system.